I decided to change the order of step 2 and 3. That is, I want to paint the leaves first. In making these, I really set the whole plant first, set the leaves first, but it's difficult to get into the areas near the bottom because the leaves are so close together. So now I decide to do it the other way around, but it also has some problem because I have to use a tweezer to hold it, and it's somewhat difficult. I'm going to use this paint, soft blue, and the number is 201, and this one is turquoise. The number is 2012. As I said previously, there are so many kinds of succulent plants, so no matter what color you put it on, it is very unlikely that you can get it wrong. But I still referenced some photos before I chose the color. So I did two, and I don't know if you can see the difference. So this one has some blue shade, blue tint. The reason why I use acrylic paint is that for oil paint it is translucent, but for acrylic paint is opaque, so it may obscure the underlying base color, but for this purpose I just want to conceal the green a bit because I think the green is too vibrant. And I'll be using this brush. It is a dry brush for decorative painting. Most of the time I will just be using soft blue, but from time to time I may add turquoise to have some accent color. Just now I was holding the piece of leaf with my tweezer and painted holding it in the air, but I found that it's not very satisfactory. Actually, I should have put it on the tile and do the brushing. And this one I did it while I put it on the tile. This one looks much better. And this way I can use a very light stroke, because when I was holding in the air, sometimes I just brush it too hard. So I should put it on the tile like this. I've decided to add some gray as well. As you can see on the surface of this plant, actually I used gray instead of white because when you put this light gray on some dark color, it looks very white, but in fact it's not white. If you have taken too much paint, just wipe it with a slightly wet towel. Like this. I will be painting another color at the tip, so you don't worry too much about the tip. For some of them, you use a brush motion, and for the others, you may use a stippling or dotting motion to create some variation. Don't paint too evenly because you will see that for real plants, they have some areas darker, some areas bluer, some areas more gray. I painted this one with a circular motion, like this, and the result is the best. But don't you do the same for every leaf because they will look stiff. And you see this one, it has patches of blue. If you want to maintain a translucent look to the leaves, you can use oil paint, but since I don't have so many colors of oil paint, besides, on the surface of the succulent plants, they have some foggy white tint, so I think it's just fine to use acrylic paint. I finished painting all the leaves. You can see that at the bottom, because I used my tweezers to hold it, so I can't paint the bottom part. Besides, when I set it in the clay, you won't see the bottom part, so you can see the color differences. And I will paint the tips of the leaves after I set the whole plant. I found that the colors are too even, so I put on some, just dab on some gray color in a few areas, not the whole leaves. You see?